exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Cleveland. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. And it's Dellavedova in at the point. Dragic the pass to Green, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 3 assists now in this one. And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, excelling in the open court. High energy point guard, a lot like you, speed to burn, very smart guy. Coveted by many.
He really is. And Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league, a la Tony Parker, except he's also equally adept at facilitating for others and spotting up for the three, or just taking it to the rack himself.
And, you know, back to Goran Dragic, many of his transition opportunities start with his aggressive defense. Very active with his hands, has the instincts to jump passing lanes, the long arms, to pick off passes. Suddenly, when he gets a steal, he's off and running.
And Cleveland making a change here. Irving's checked in. Heat also with the sub. Luol Deng is checked in for Goran Dragic.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was starting fire.
Wasted no time on that one. That's 12 points for Kyrie Irving.
And talking about Goran Dragic, the one thing he has to be careful with is being over-aggressive on deep reaching for steals makes you susceptible to blow-bys and escape dribbles, and that can lead to uncontested layups and dunks for your opponent.
That's good. They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert touched it last.
And checking out the numbers for Whiteside, last year, getting it done. He averaged about 11 points a game, 10 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. Guys, he's a difference maker off the bench. Steps into that front court and more than holds his own.
You know, his willingness to bang down low, move opponents off the block, those are valuable contributions. Deng can't get it to go. The Cavaliers lead by 13. LeBron drives in, and there's the call on James. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
And Miami calls their first timeout of the game.
Just look back over the career of LeBron,
and you have to say he's an all-time great already. I mean, the numbers are there, the multiple championships. Some already call him the best small forward to ever play the game.
Wade drives in, and the rejection by Love to the middle. The shot misses. And it's Miami the other way. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Bosh. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Hey, just look at LeBron Clark in his
Why do you keep calling timeout?
And he became the first player since Bill Russell and his Celtics to make it to the NBA Finals 5 consecutive years.
Well, I tell you what, it says even more about LeBron. Whenever he leaves a team, this is teams on favorites to win their conference.
And the Cavaliers making a change here.
Smith is checked in. Latrey can't get it to go. Excellent D from Wade. The Heat trail by 9.
The drive by Green. Wade has the open look. Again, the Heat good for 2.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Yeah, it's really to see that kind of
of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, the injuries are what probably brought that team down to the first spot. Debilitating blood clot was the loss, of course, which was not an injury of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Now, here is Smith. After the miss by Lou all day.
Can't guard me, man.
Covered by Dan.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second half, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
The Cavaliers shoot their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Shot 75% from the line last season.
And James drills them both.
The Heat trail by 10. Green kicks to Whiteside. Wade outside. Back to Whiteside. And the dunk to finish it off. Ah, beauty.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes. Like the dunk in an orchestra.
Bosh was the big injury for them. They had a lot of injuries as well. They had 31 different starting lineups last season,
And 20 different players started at least one game.
LeBron, no luck.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding.
Wade dishes to Green. All alone. And he gets the jumper to drop. Green's got 8 here in the quarter.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully you can avoid the injuries this season.
Have been through that struggle last year.
The Heat trail by 9. Wade with it, guarded now by Kevin Love. And that one's good.
And that's 13 points for Chris Bosh.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here's Wade. J.R. Smith making his last shot. Wade passes to Whiteside. And the rejection by Love. To the paint. Here's Irving. It's good. That's his third time.
And now it's an 11-point Cavalier lead.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. A different look now for Cleveland. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Mozgov. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Williams in for Irving. And a new group in for the Heat. Anderson is checked in for Whiteside. Stoudemire comes in for Bosh. Winslow's checked in for all day.
And it's Rock in for Green.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago. Got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
That one is off. With Winslow, it's all about improvement and being great on the big stage. I think he can do that, Greg. You talked about, what he did in the national championship run. Clark, he was a fantastic foundation to begin with.
Yeah, you know what? He's not got many holes in his game. Solid defense.
And the Heat all-time here.
And for Varejão, his wild hair and frenetic style long ago earned him the nickname Wild Thing. I mean, diving for loose balls, taking charges, but that energy and enthusiasm may be unsurpassed really by any other player in our league.
On defense, Cleveland. 14 points, their largest lead in the game.
The number of points they scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job closing those lanes to the hoop.
And Thompson kicks to Smith. Lets it go with a 3. Again, the miss by Smith. Greg, you're talking about Baruchel. He may play wild, but his production has backed it up. A few years ago, he averaged over 14 rebounds a game.
Yeah, I don't think he plays that well. I think he just looks wild.
That hair flying all